One of the most powerful thing a man can do is knowing when to walk away. Today I was thinking about just reminiscing on, my dreams that I had. When I was younger, I wanted to be an actor, and before that, I wanted to be a professional dancer. I was inspired by the Les Twins and Fiction and Ditto, and there was like one more. I think his name was like Glitch or something like that. But I was really inspired by them to start learning how to dance. So like I can kind of do it. I can kind of do a little freestyle here, a little freestyle there. Nothing too crazy. I can't break dance, so I'm not doing all that. But one thing's for sure is that, I had to know when to give it up. Something, and I realized this, like something that I was thinking about is my dad, he always says, like, not always says, but he basically alludes to gaining valuable skills. I didn't really care or understand at the time when he was mentioning his stories about how I need to get a trade, how I need to figure it out, how to fix cars, and just get something where you can't be replaced, right? I didn't really understand that until I grew up and became an adult. But when I am thinking about my success and the type of life I want, unless I make it as a dancer or an actor, I'm not gonna have it. Okay? And statistically, I'm gonna pull up the statistic later, but statistically speaking, you're probably not gonna make it as a dancer or a actor. Most of them don't make it. When you do, it's awesome, it's amazing, but it's really based off of who you know, not how good of an actor you are. Sorry. Professionalism, I just got finished taking an acting class, and professionalism is one of the greatest things an actor can learn, because if people don't like working with you, then you probably won't get any jobs. And the more and more I thought about it, and this is when I'm like maybe 15, 16, the more and more I thought about it, the more I was just like, yeah, you know what? Acting and dancing is not smart. And as much as I might love doing it, I can't, because I want to travel whenever I want to. I want to be able to buy whenever I want to. I want to hang out with friends whenever I want to without worrying about money. I don't want to look at my bank account all the time, looking at, oh, how much money do I have in my account? I don't want to do that, So that's why I switched to, I was thinking about getting a trade, and I don't want to deal with the back-breaking work of being in the trades all the time. That's something that a lot of tradesmen that I've talked to, talk about how their back is all messed up, and how it can be lonely, and like they're pushing 50 and they're like, oh, my back hurts, this kind of sucks, and they either have to continue working because they don't have a pension or anything, or any like savings or whatnot, or they're good, they can retire safely now forever. And I'm like, you gotta learn to know when to give it up. Something I'm pursuing right now is my body. I had to give up playing video games. Not because video games are bad, but because video games, as of right now, are take away a lot of my time. They take away a lot of my time. Like on my rest days, it's whatever. But for the most part, if I turn on the game, or if I turn on my computer or anything like that, I'm gonna be on it for hours. That I could have been going to the gym, and I keep putting off going to the gym until it's the next day, and that's on me. Recently, I've been making posts about not being hard on yourself. At the same time, you need to hold yourself accountable. What goals do you want? What goals do you have? Are you working every day to achieve them? What's holding you back? What do you need to throw off to make the boat go faster, or make the boat not sink? Another example. Not current. I did a current one. I did a past one. Future. Future. No, I did that. I did all those. Okay. So, if you get nothing else from this video, okay, if you get nothing else from this video, okay, after this workout compilation, evaluate what you want to do, look at the pros and cons, look at what you need to do in order to achieve it, and cut out the stuff or reduce the things that take away from it. It's gonna suck at first, but you know, discipline is uncomfortable. That's biblical. Discipline is uncomfortable at first, and that's biblical. You know, it's your fault. You started now, and you need to continue to go on if that's what you want to do. Don't be blaming on anybody else if you can't reach your goal. Most of this stuff is based off your decisions that you make every day. But that's all I gotta do. All right, y'all. Workout compilation. It was chest day at UFC gym because recently there was a shooting at the LVAC. Adios.
You don't want me to breathe without you.